I'm Amalia Dobbins. I'm a mother of two. I am a local music director at a church, and I enjoy exercise, being with my kids, singing. So before I came into the healing spot, I was having some real issues with incontinence, and they had gotten progressively worse. I felt like I couldn't do anything that I wanted to do. I couldn't exercise. I couldn't play with my kids in the same way. And it was really kind of cramping my lifestyle because, as maybe an older mom, I um, just didn't have youth on my side, and I really needed to keep up with my younger kids. And it had gotten to the point where I was just leaking all the time. It was embarrassing. I would sneeze. I would laugh. I couldn't go out in public without a change of clothes, and it was um, it was definitely not ideal, and I felt like something needed to change. So I tried a lot of things, including contacting another physical therapist, and nothing really was helping. I was trying to do Kegels. I had looked up YouTube videos. I had, consulted friends and family. No one really had any answers for me. It was just a lot of like, well, you're healthy. You don't need to do anything different. You're doing all the right things. At the other physical therapy place, I filled out their initial questionnaire, and it was none of the questions were targeted towards my specific problems and my specific needs. And so I just felt like it was the wrong fit. So, yeah. So I knew the healing spot was the right fit because I had waited so long. My youngest child is now 7, and I had waited that many years to um, understand that I really needed professional help. Like before that, I thought I could take care of it on my own, or it's too expensive. I don't need any kind of advanced help. I'm young, but it really just became clear that I did need some professional help, and the healing spot was recommended to me by a friend who is also a physical therapist, a pelvic floor physical therapist, and she had wonderful things to say and said it would be an investment, but it was absolutely worth it. So once I talked to Justine on the phone and came in for an initial consultation, I just knew that this was the right fit for me. I think by the time I decided to get help, I was desperate. And so it didn't take me very long. I just knew I needed to find the right physical therapist, and I had done my research. Um, I knew what I was getting into. I knew I wanted to make the investment, so I was ready to go. And I would say being a local business is really important to me, like a local small business. Not someone who was part of a big conglomerate, somewhere where I knew I was going to get personalized care. So, yeah. Well, again, back to the targeted work, I felt like it was very specific to my needs. Like I was able to get internal work as well as external work. I was able to get physical therapy exercises that I could practice at home that were specifically for my condition. Um, and so I would say just having that kind of very specific targeted work was hugely beneficial. And I don't think I could have gotten that anywhere else. So now I am actually currently running a marathon with my kids. We do 2 miles a week, and I am able to keep up with them without leaking. And we're just having so much fun. I'm able to run around with them and race them, and it just feels so liberating and empowering that I'm able to do that, without the kinds of problems that I was having before. So I'm just so grateful, and it's motivated me to continue working out, getting in the physical shape that I want to get with the rest of my life and the rest of my body. So yeah, it's just been amazing and so helpful. So it took me 9 sessions over 3 months to get to where I am now. And I was pretty diligent about doing all of the exercises that Justine recommended. Um, she's so specific about telling you which muscles are in the pelvic floor, which muscles are being effective, and just having that visualization was hugely helpful. And so I was able to go home and help myself in between sessions. And so we received an exponential benefit from that. I would say to a loved one, now that I'm in my mid 40s, I do not take any day for granted. And I know that the care I give myself now is going to have huge benefits later. I see my friends with, prolapse and needing surgery, and this kind of preventative care will save you so much time and so much money and so much pain in the future. Like, it's kind of a no-brainer. So go ahead and do it. I would say that as women, maybe it's a cultural thing, but we tend not to value ourselves enough. And when something is external as opposed to internal, it just gets more attention, but that doesn't mean that it's more valuable. Just because we can't see our pelvic floor, it doesn't mean it's not a huge part of our stability and our livelihood. So, yeah, make the investment in yourself and give yourself the kind of care that you need.